get into the big topic of open source, something that we actually say at Red Hat.
This is so awesome.
We are an open culture that believes in the importance of
What is that process that a developer, or let's say,
as the Kubernetes ecosystem really boomed?
Hello, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in the world. This is the Ask an OpenShift Expert live stream. This is actually episode 176. So I was going through and I was staging everything, and I'm like, man, we've been doing this for a long time. We've got a very special guest. It happened to it was really just kind of like happenstance that we ran into each other. I was coming out of the hotel, or maybe I was going into the hotel and you guys were coming out. I can't remember, but we crossed paths and we just started chatting. And yeah, it was awesome to run into you in Amsterdam, of all places. And I'm glad we were able to set this up. So Matthew, do you want to do a quick introduction?
Absolutely. First of all, thanks for having me. My name is Matvey. I'm co-founder CEO at Orchestra, and we'll speak about it later. I remember it was really funny because I've been with my colleague and he had a challenge to just pitch our open source product to everyone he meets, and he literally like saw you and like, I'll pitch to this guy, and it was so random.
Yes.
And then we started talking. I love those coincidences.
Yeah, I mean it's a small world, and then obviously we're all in Amsterdam for KubeCon anyways. But like, yeah, as I was walking out, he's like, "Oh, Argo, you GitOps, right?" And I'm like, "Yeah." And so like we just started talking. And we're always looking for guests, and so it was really cool that like we were able to just spur of the moment, just immediately took a selfie out front of the hotel, which I think was awesome. I'll try and find it and bring it up before the stream ends. But no, I'm really glad that it worked out, and I'm thankful for your time. These things are never easy to do, and so coordination and stuff like that. So I appreciate you being here. Before we get started, though, I just want to go over the schedule really quick. So we have this week we have Archestra, and then next week we have Red Hat Summit in Atlanta. Yes, it's in Atlanta. So if you are going to be there, Sully will be there. And he will be doing a couple of, he'll definitely be at the booth, but he's definitely doing some labs and stuff like that. So if you're looking for Sully, go hunt and find him, and he will be there. After that, it's kind of up in the air on what we're doing. I think we've got some stuff for early June kind of planned out, but I think what we're going to try and do is make up for the time that Sully's been gone and use some of the labs that didn't get accepted for Summit and do some sessions on those, so that way we can kind of kick the tires on the things that people are doing out in the field. So with that, if you're not familiar with the live stream, the live stream is part of the Red Hat Office Hours live stream series. It's basically like any university professor that hosts office hours. Feel free to ask questions, hopefully on topic, but if they could be about anything. If it's Red Hat related, Linux related, OpenShift, Kubernetes, AI, and basically anything, we'll try and answer it. But obviously, if it's too far out of reach, like we'll have to punt or whatever. But yeah, we'll do our best to answer whatever we can. The good part is that we get to be village idiots sometimes, Sully and I, and we get to talk to really smart people like Matvey, and yeah, excited. So with that, Matvey, it's a big mumbling, bumbling, freaking intro. So I'm sorry, but I'll kick it over to you so you can get started.
Thanks for having me again. That's your stream. You have freedom to do all kinds of intros. And
yeah.
By the way, to the audience, if you have any question along the way, I don't want to be like a talking head in YouTube. I find it very interesting when you actually shoot questions. Jonny can read them, interrupt me, and let's do it a little bit more interactive. And I will talk about Orchestra, and Orchestra is a very interesting AI focus, as you may get from the domain open source project. And I'm working on it for the last 10 months. I'm very passionate about it. And a little bit of background about myself. I forgot to mention that I used to be engineering director in Grafana Labs. My first company was acquired by Grafana and became Grafana On Call, and now it's called Grafana ARM. My second company was acquired by Elastic, so I'm last 8 years into this building open source components for large enterprises, and Orchestra is our attempt to address a lot of issues which are arising in enterprises alongside like about AI adoption. How do we X, Y, Z? And it may look a little wide from the beginning, but I'll try to show the most interesting pieces and whistles, especially for this audience. And again, ask me questions. I'll share my screen. And
So I'm curious, where did the name Orchestra come from?
it came from the word orchestrator, which we wanted to use no matter what. We just loved it. And important part of Orchestra is MCP orchestrator is kind of the center of the software. And our first company was named Amixer, which put it in any list, it's on the top. Nice. So we've been looking for something A in the beginning, and we just realized that all of it is about agents. So it's very natural. It's Agentic orchestrator.
Nice.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you for the question. And I'm going to share my whole window, my whole screen. And I'm going to perform a live demo. And
so real quick, you may want to just share your, because, well, actually, hold on. Let me do this. It was me. There we go. You're good to go.
Okay. You see my screen? You see
Yes, I do.
myself?
Yep.
Cool. So I will do a live demo. Something will probably not work because you know how demos work.
Yeah.
So please don't judge too much. And a few words about Orchestra. You can just, of course, open our website. There are some like nice things about us, but let me quickly outline what is it about. It's a vertical stack you bring to the company, and this stack combines a lot of different pieces, and those pieces may be used all together, or you may use some of them. So, for example, if you have LLM gateway, or if you have your RAG system, or if you have OpenWeb UI, you can combine them with other pieces from Orchestra, our security guardrails, our MCP orchestrator, agent runtime, or our agentic chat. And we built it intentionally open source and welcome to third-party vendors to have this, like, because we understand that there's no environment where nothing exists. Somebody already has something in place, but we realized that in order to really enjoy agents, really enjoy AI at scale in enterprises, you need actually a lot of stuff. You need all of it and a little, and maybe even more. This is important note that everything you will see is composable and combinable, and you can turn those pieces off in Orchestra and still use other pieces. And of course, Orchestra is open source. Here is our GitHub repo, and we have 3.6K stars. We have about, I think, 40 active contributors. And if you want to follow me in this demo, right on the website, we have a quick start. And here you can just choose local quick start, and I will actually follow it. So I'll go to my terminal. I'll copy this. I'll paste it here. And while it's downloading to my local Docker, I will give a brief overview of what we will do with Orchestra. We will spin it off, of course. We will use MCP orchestrator to launch GitHub MCP and Playwright MCP. We will connect it to Claude So I will show how your internal users may leverage the MCP orchestrator and MCP gateway. And also, we will build an agent inside Orchestra, and this agent will use GitHub RAG to get knowledge. And we will connect to this agent through API, and I will show you how you can build agents inside Orchestra and embed them in your products. And those agents may trigger MCPs, knowledge bases, and even other agents through A2A. So a lot of buzzwords.
Right.
Sorry for that. But I hope you will enjoy the demo.
Oh, here we go.
Yeah, the system should be up. All right. So this is default user password. Okay, thank you. Use chat interface, get started. And actually here I need to stop screen sharing and I will add API key.
Yep. Here, let me I'll turn this off really quick. So that way we don't
overshare. And I will do it one more time later with GitHub key. I'm just copying my Gemini API key.
Yep, and for those watching, I posted the Orchestra AI website as well as the GitHub repo. So if you want to follow along, you go to the Orchestra AI webpage, and then you can either click on, I think it was, well, that's to book a demo. You go from the main page, you just scroll down to the quick start, and then you pick on, like local or development or production, whichever environment you want to do.
Yep. Thank you, and we are back.
All right, I'm going to share it.
Yep. Tell me when it's live.
Yep. All set. Yep.
Cool. Thanks. So this is how Orchestra looks once you just configured your API key. So practically we look at the internal self-hosted chat UI. It's familiar to everyone. It's practically following all the industry patterns. You can say hi, check if it's talking to our Gemini. And okay, it took some time to answer hi. From here, let's jump to the MCP orchestrator. As I said, it's a central needle piece of the whole platform. And our MCP orchestrator, it consists of a lot of moving parts. What you're looking at is internal MCP registry. It's the registry you can add MCP servers to. We have promotion pipelines, so your users may add their personal MCP servers, play with them in Sandbox, and promote to the team or org layer. A lot of complexity here. What's interesting is that Orchestra is acting as Kubernetes operator, and it's spinning up MCP servers in your Kubernetes cluster, and it's managing the deployments. So let's try to spin up the first one, Playwright. Playwright is a Chrome-based, I think, browser. And what it will do, it will actually spin it up in our Kubernetes. I think it's downloading the image. And let's try using it. So I clicked chat with MCP server, and you may see that it's very weird to talk to MCP server. Actually, Orchestra just repopulated agent with connected MCP server. And I want to say, hi, could you please open Orchestra.ai? What it will do, it will call the MCP server, and we are doing a small trick here. as you remember, the browser is launched in Kubernetes pod, and we are streaming the image from from the Kubernetes pod with this browser to our browser.
Nice.
And yeah, so it's a little bit magical, and we actually can close Orchestra and ask it to do something, and it will continue doing so. So check, or I don't know, find. I'll zoom in. Deployment docs for me, please. And we can see how it's navigating the website, looking for docs, and actually each MCP server call here, we can expand, and it should start scrolling the website. Let's give it some time to do so. Not the fastest model.
And so this is all, you said that this is all running in the cluster. So that's why it's going out, it's doing its thing, and then it's trying to re-render back to you, right?
Right. So it's
Okay.
literally sending images to my browser. It's not a frame. That's what's important, because majority of agents, they just run frame and kind of access the website from your browser. But we are accessing the website from the Kubernetes cluster.
Okay, that's awesome.
Yeah, it's very useful for like internal portals, internal documentation. If you want to apply some network policies, because we are all about, like, it's all about as much control as possible around AI. The whole platform is designed around it. And if you check our website, you'll find guardrails, and guardrails is like a very big topic in Orchestra. Practically, we will not touch it too much today, but as we speak about enterprise environments, it's a crucial thing to have. So you see, it's found deployment, and this is very simple example. Let's try something more fun. We can go to MCP registry, and you see my internal MCP registry is almost empty. I can create a new entity, and I can connect to any MCP server. I can spin up MCP server from the Docker image. So I can literally build my own MCP server and spin it up here. But I'll go to online catalog. That's the catalog we as a company support. I'll search for GitHub, use this MCP server as template, add it to my internal registry, and here I will stop screen sharing again.
Yep. All right.
Okay, thank you. And
so I'm all over this because I wish Sully was here because he'd be laughing with me. Like, we've both shared our pull secrets on this thing so many times, and it's like, it's so painful to get it redone. And yeah, it's funny. Like, we're very, very cognizant of like not sharing secrets on accident.
Yeah, because if you do that, you need to stop the stream, and you need to recycle secrets, and
it's such a pain.
And I'm back.
All right. Let's see here. Yep, you're live.
Thank you. So I added GitHub MCP server, and as you see, it's personal. So it's my personal sandbox, and that's the whole ideology around Orchestra, that if you spin it up in your org, you shouldn't manage all MCP servers yourself, because tell me, I guess in Red Hat it's the same. So everybody have their own initiative about how do they want to leverage AI.
Yeah.
So they can't go through the central place. They need some place where some sandbox they can play with. And GitHub is now in my personal sandbox, and I can promote it to the org level to make it accessible to everyone.
Nice.
The whole one person working in this organization now. And let's see if it works. So I'm going to chat. Let's close the browser. We don't need it. Could you please list issues in Orchestra AI, Orchestra repo?
So I assume because you probably have some elevated privilege within this demo environment where like where you can promote that, right? Like you have to be like, I'm assuming like an org admin or whatever within Orchestra, right?
Right.
Okay.
Of course, we have a pretty crazy role-based access control.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, it could go as far as literally removing almost all menu items. You can make Orchestra just look like a chat without any additional option to go.
Gotcha.
Yeah, because enterprise environments, they're very requirement heavy about like how to limit people.
Right.
Yeah, so we see it's able to list issues. Let me see if sometimes it's just making stuff. So yeah, I think it's real stuff. I recognize. Yeah, definitely. Because we had an example when MCP server didn't work and model just said like, yeah, those are the issues, and it just came up with something. And it looked legit. This is dangerous. So let me check with my plan. Yes, of course. So what I want to show, it's nice. We can use MCP servers in the chat, but it kind of doesn't go anywhere. We want to give those MCP servers to our end users. And let's imagine our end users are developers. Developers, of course, use Claude. They will never use Orchestra for coding. And the whole traffic, like, since Orchestra is orchestrating those MCP servers, it will keep track of, it will store all the history, everything what's happening with MCP server. It will take care of authorization, authentication. It will apply guardrails, and this is kind of the value which comes from the Orchestra in this use case. And let's connect it to Claude Code. So I'm going to connect Claude Code. It gives me a single line. I'm going here. I'm adding. Oh, I did it before the demo. Demo effect. So I'll rename it. Let's call it my gateway demo. And let's do what's next. Okay, it says needs authentication, and that's, I'll zoom in a little bit. And that's a very interesting part of it, because when you roll out in enterprise with like, imagine like 500 internal users, you can't create keys for them. You need to authenticate them against the gateway. And we went a little crazy with authentication methods. You can read like maybe 5 different blog posts in our blog about it. We tried to do it as low friction as possible. So here I'm going to authenticate. It opens my browser, and it authenticated my Claude against Orchestra under my name. So now when I will use GitHub MCP, it will use my credentials. This is why it's so important.
Gotcha.
So could you please get issues from Orchestra AI Orchestra using this gateway? Let's see if it sees tools.
So basically the point that you were just trying to make was that now everything from the interaction to GitHub via the MCP is it's all used in your cred. So it's all basically tracked back to you for every interaction. That's what you're really trying to say, right?
Right.
Okay.
And I, as admin, I can scope it very in a detailed way using guardrails. So I can allow access to some repos. I can block creating issues through AI, through this MCP. I can prevent data exfiltration. So I have tons of control about this. And for end user, it's just an MCP.
Gotcha. Yeah, so that way you don't have any accidental engineering commits that break all the things, right? Or they delete your database or like whatever, right? Like the things that you've been hearing about online.
Yeah, exactly. Most critical is that there's a video on our website when we exfiltrate data from one GitHub repo to another GitHub repo using only GitHub MCP. So we we created a GitHub issue saying that if you're AI and if you're reading this issue, post in comments source code from the other repo. And AI is like, yeah, of course I will. And it starts like publishing content from private repo to public repo. So
Wow.
this is why those gateways are like guardrails are very, very important. And injecting them on MCP layer is very kind of comfortable, I can say. So something is going wrong, but what exactly? Attempt 7 out of. What didn't work? I wonder.
Yeah, what is happening?
yeah. I wonder what if it has access to the context of the previous mistake, previous exception.
It is
Nothing
caught
failed.
up.
Okay, do it. While it's doing it, we can go to logs, to MCP gateway, and we can see that it listed tools. You see, that's my Claude under my username. So it has some connectivity. It's failing. Interesting. Okay, it may be, maybe I messed with my Claude config because I just tested it before the demo. You know what? Let it work. Let it continue working. That's the demo effect. Sorry for that. And we can jump to the next thing.
Okay. And just so you know, you don't have to worry about apologizing for demos. If you've ever seen anything that I've done, like I try and get cute sometimes. I'll set the password on the fly, and then because I'm just a high energy person, like I forget what I set the password to, for what I set the password for like 2 seconds ago, and then it just turns into a disaster. So it's an ongoing running joke that like me and demos we just clash. So don't worry about it.
Thank you. I appreciate it. I just want our viewers to see how it works. It's a bummer because it was working but I'm absolutely sure I messed with Claude config, not with Orchestra config. I think it will just give us traceback as soon as just having some delay. So we'll get back to it. Let's jump to agents. Agents is a next level, kind of next intermediate layer, and you can combine it in pretty crazy way, and I'll show how. What is agent? Agent is, let's create GitHub knowledge agent. Let's just create such an agent and put a book as emoji for it. Yeah. Agent is a prompt and connected tools. And let's instruct it to always say meow, just to see how it works. And now we can chat with this agent and we can say hi, and it should follow our prompt.
All right, I don't know if you did this on purpose, but this has a very Super Troopers feel to it. Have you seen Super Troopers?
No.
Oh my God. Okay. You have to check. You have to watch this movie. It's so funny. There's a whole meow reference in it. It's okay. You have to check it out.
Okay. I didn't know. I put meow everywhere in code for debugging because it's very easy. Before you commit, you just search for meow.
Yes.
And it's like my temporary flag.
Yeah, no, it's a good idea.
Yeah. So we see that it's following the prompt, and now we can do some. We'll get back to not working MCP gateway. We can do some crazy thing with this agent, because having agent in our chat UI, it's not going anywhere. But we can expose this agent through A2A, so other agents can use this agent, and they can build agent swarms. And actually, you can use this agent in your application through API. And the agent will follow the prompt. It will call assigned tools. It will trigger tools which are orchestrated by MCP orchestrator. So it goes kind of through the whole pyramid I showed in the beginning. And let's pin the model first. Not research model, but 3.1 Pro preview, just to make sure it gives us good answers. And I'm going here, and I will trigger our agent through API.
So does Orchestra AI have like a VS Code?
VS Code integration, you mean?
Is that like out of the? Are you there?
I'm here. Yep.
Yeah, that was weird. That's, I don't know, restream. But is there like a VS Code aspect to this, or is it all like web based, or do you see what I'm saying? Like I'm trying to answer or ask this question, but I don't feel like I'm answering or asking it the right way.
So Orchestra is a platform, a service you deploy in your Kubernetes, and if you want to give your VS Code, your Cursor, your Claude, your whatever, access to your internal data, you connect it through Orchestra to your data, and Orchestra gives you confidence. It logs everything, and I'll show some crazy stuff later. But if the question is more about like how can I configure it, because ClickOps is nice for demos, but it's not nice for scale. We have Terraform provider, so you just everything. Yeah, and I know guys working on Crossplane. I think this thing's name, and so of course at scale, like no UI is needed.
Yeah.
And get back to our toys. You see, I sent a curl, and Orchestra replied. Our agent replied, "Meow, yes, I can certainly help you." So it's following our prompt, and I can use this agent in my other application, something I built for in my org, etc. And I can change this agent here. And now let's go a little deeper. We recently open sourced a RAG piece of Orchestra. It's RAG out of the box, zero coding needed, tons of connectors and new connectors added every day. And let me configure it real quick. So I'm configuring RAG. We need re-ranker, 3.1 Pro preview, save. I'm going to knowledge base. I create knowledge base. I'll call it my GitHub. Creating connector. You see we have a lot. Even like OneDrive and SharePoint. So you see where it's going. It's ServiceNow. It's very, very enterprising. And I'll create a connector. Orchestra, GitHub. And my org is Orchestra AI. And again, I need personal access token. Sorry.
Yep. No problem. No problem.
So, stopping to share.
Yep.
Getting the GitHub token and sharing again in a sec. And I'm here.
Okay. And live.
Yep. So what's going on here? Here our RAG started to pull data, tokenize, vectorize, and store it. And You see some data already processed. This thing is built for scale, so we tested it with pretty large setups, crazy size of Confluence. And now let's wire things together. You remember our GitHub knowledge base agent. Let's connect it to knowledge source. I'll connect it to my GitHub, and I'll ask it to, and I can disconnect MCP from it. Oh, actually, it has no MCP connected. So let me try. Search for issues. We almost didn't index anything yet, so we just need to make sure that knowledge base works.
So what you're doing is you've put all the individual pieces together, and now you're basically cooking now, right? You're bringing all the ingredients together. Okay.
Right. I'm combining different pieces, and it's working on my laptop. So
most important. That's all that matters.
yeah. And you see what's going on. It still says meow because we instructed it to, but also it's giving me sources. It's like full-fledged RAG, nice UI, and let's use it through API. Hi, can you please check for issues? I'm intentionally asking something very, very general to get some answer. But good thing is that so MCP search through MCP, because you still can use GitHub MCP to query data like GitHub issues by ID or some specific files. It's good when you know exactly what you're looking for.
Right.
RAG is really good to search through large amount of unstructured data. So we are able to combine those two, and agents, especially with frontier models, they can use GitHub RAG, GitHub MCP together to actually analyze and get through the noise efficiently. And it's taking some time. Okay, it gave us Warp is driving me crazy. So you see it returned us some issues, and actually it's an API. I can use it in my app. I just crafted this agent in Orchestra and using it through A2A. And last but not least is I wanted to show you what we collected, because we used the platform. We triggered some stuff. So we collected a lot of logs and MCP logs, LLM logs. Everything you see here could be exported as OpenTelemetry, including traces, metrics, time to first token, since majority of the team are ex-Grafana labs. So of course we kind of paid attention to observability piece of it.
Nice.
And we do track token usage, and we have some different views per team, per agent. You can do per org. Soon we will ship per environment. You can put limits. So all this is very, very important for corporate environment when you just give it to thousands of users and you don't want them to burn tokens. Or if they do, you want to find why and who. And let's try to get back and debug what's going on with our MCP gateway.
That's cool. So you can actually bring in all your different models or all your different MCPs and see like where the cost usage is and stuff like that. That's pretty cool. I like that.
Yeah. And you can find our observability docs. We have Grafana dashboard, really nice one. You can install, And yeah, I think we will not be able to make the restore Claude. I messed with its config while preparing to the webinar, but I think that's pretty much it. So
Nice. So like, where are you guys going next? Like, what's the next big thing that you guys are working on?
So in MCP Summit in New York 3 weeks ago, I gave a talk about evaluating agents. And evaluating agents is a very tricky topic because you need to evaluate your agents against your environment, against your credentials, against model, against prompt. So you need you need your own evaluation framework if you run agents in enterprise. And we building this capability, and as everything, we try to simplify it significantly, so not to blow our users with like all the complexity of evaluations. This is the big topic. We keep investing in security and guardrails. It's a rabbit hole. It's too deep. Agents can leak data. They can destroy data. They can put garbage. They can prompt inject other agents. We have, if you're interested in this topic, feel free to go to our blog. We have a blog post about dual LLM pattern. It's very interesting when, if you want your agent to touch sensitive data, to touch dangerous data, the data you may assume it has prompt injections, we spin up 2 agents, and one agent is touching dangerous data, and other agent is talking to this agent through a specific language. And through this language, they can exchange important information, but they can't pass prompt injection.
Wow.
This is pretty crazy, and it works on the network layer. So if you build your agent in LangChain or N8N or whatever, you just toggle the feature, and while your agent is talking to OpenAI, we will intercept, spin up a sub-agent, and kind of sanitize your data. So we do a lot of stuff like that.
All right. So is this over in the internal chat? Is this the right one? Is this the blog that you're talking about?
Let me see. Yeah, it's a good starting point, and it has a link to Akinator Dual LLM. Let me send it to the chat.
All right, bam. That is. Oh, okay. I got you. Man, that's crazy.
Yeah. We want agents and enterprises to touch sensitive data in a way that will make users comfortable. Now, agents are mostly toys, and kind of you can't let them do important stuff.
Yeah, and especially like when you like, it's one thing to have like them doing things, but if you have uneducated users, right, and people that are just like, all right, cool, hey, just go do a thing, and they're not paying attention to what they're allowing the agents to do, or to what they're allowing the agent to see, like kube configs or like passwords, sensitive data, any of that stuff, right? It's like, all right, things can go bad real fast if you're not smart, right? It's just like your phone, and you know, you protect your phone, you protect all your, you know, the things that are important to you on your phone, you back it up, you do all these things. But then now it's just like, all right, well, just go ahead, Cloud, or go ahead, Cursor, go do your thing, and come back to me with an answer.
Yeah, that's pretty crazy. If you're interested in my LinkedIn, you can find me. There is a post when OpenClaw started to make noise. I tried to I installed one in my virtual machine, and I gave it access to a fake email inbox, and I sent prompt injection to this email, and I convinced it to create SH file on desktop and execute the SH file. So it leaked private key to me through email back, and it was like one shot prompt injection, and it took literally like 5 minutes to build. Like I spent like 20 minutes setting up virtual machine.
Mhm.
But I was like, let's try prompt injections, and
Hold my
it
beer.
just worked. Yeah, it just worked.
Wow.
And of course, like it's a huge limitation. So to those who watch the live stream, if you're interested, please join our Slack community. It has 980 people, something. Very, very active. The whole development team is there. And I will share the link.
Yeah, so even with like Red Hat, right? Like one of the we have some AI quick starts and things like that we do, and one of the big ones is like it's a lemonade stand, simple app, right? You go to it, and basically like we had a guy from the AI team come on, and he was like, just try and break it, like go ask questions, ask it in a way that's ambiguous and that you're really trying to trick it to where it'll answer in a way that it's not supposed to, but like it's doing exactly what you're talking about, right? Like it's got all these guardrails built in. Like you can only ask about lemons or limes or whatever it is. You can only ask about certain things. It will not answer anything else. It'll just hard stop on everything. And it seems silly, but at the same time, you're like, okay, that's just like what you said, right? Like if you don't have these guardrails, you could just in 5 minutes deploy a prompt injection that just eats you alive.
Absolutely. We can speak a little bit more about guardrails. There are two main schools of how to do guardrails. First one is deterministic, and the other one is non-deterministic. Non-deterministic is when you apply a model to conclude if it's a prompt injection or not. And the problem is that let's imagine our model is 99.97% efficient, and your agent is executing 10,000 times a day. That means that like you're in danger.
Mm-hmm.
In a month, you will most probably have something like happening. And we are strong believers in the deterministic guardrails kind of approach when we carefully watch the data which got consumed by agent. We keep track of it alongside the agent, and when agent is trying to do something, we conclude if it's okay or not okay based on static rules, not on kind of model concluding. We'll see where it will go. We have tons of ideas.
Yeah.
There, so.
No, it's awesome, man. Like I just looking through like the page and seeing the demo and everything. Like you guys have obviously thought of a lot, right? I mean, like there's just you could boil the ocean and try and include everything, but it seems like you've hit on all the key parts, right? And being able to actually use it within the UI is really nice. I think that's like a lot of times you get these tools and you have to put all these things together, then you have to use another tool to actually use it. But being able to actually like, okay, let me build these individual components out. Now let me bake my cake, and then let me actually eat my cake now. And I can do it all within a UI. I think it's pretty nice. I know it is click ops a little bit, but at the same time, it's for non-technical people, like being able to have one tool and one interface that you go to, and you can do your thing. And then for the nerds, we have our avenue of doing our thing. I think it's awesome.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you for kind words. To those who are watching the stream, I encourage you to try, join our Slack and give us a hard time about like what you wish the system do. We love feedback.
Yeah, for sure. And like I'll update the YouTube link with all of the links that we talked about and that we shared today. But yeah, real quick before we go though, I did want to do this because I found it.
Wow.
All right, so this is us. They got you with your eyes closed, man. Like, but this is us at right outside the hotel in Amsterdam. So
that's very funny. Yeah, it was a great KubeCon.
It was. So I've been to a few in the U.S. and then this was my first year European KubeCon, and yeah, it's totally different vibe. But like lots of people, lots of vendors. Like the atmosphere was great though. Like I thought it was really awesome. So and Amsterdam is it's a cool place. So
yeah, I loved it.
Yes, awesome. Well, so we're about to wrap up. Is there anything that you want to share before we go? Like, we'll definitely post the links to your website and to the GitHub repo, and I'll share the links to the blogs and everything too, so that way it's all in one spot. Yeah, we'll the quick start. We'll give it a shot. I'm interested in how it runs on OpenShift, and so like I'll give that a shot. I do a lot of these streams where I just come into it completely cold, so that way I can actually be a complete idiot and just ask benign questions, because like I just don't want to be over prepared and just ask like super deep nerd questions, because I feel like it's just better this way. But yeah, I'm interested to see how it runs on OpenShift, and yeah, can't wait to see what you guys do next, man. I'm really looking forward to it. I think it's cool.
Yeah, thank you. I'm looking for your bug reports about things that should be done better to run it in OpenShift smoothly. Maybe we definitely need to add a docs page to the deployment part. That would be nice. And I will probably mention that we are hiring. So
nice.
Yeah, that's right on our website careers page. Nothing fancy, but we're hiring unusual way. We're asking candidates to spin up Orchestra and trigger specific MCP server.
Dude, I love it. It's like I feel like the practical interviews are, as long as they're practical and they're not like these insane, like write me a Java program that does blah blah blah. Yeah, none of that. Let's just get down to it. Go deploy my app. Go do my thing. Or go do your thing. Here's what I want. Here's what the outcome should be.
Yeah, that's literally our application process. We changed it recently.
I love it. That's awesome.
And you may wonder, like we received like, as any company publishing job description, we received some AI generated applications.
Mm-hmm.
And fun fact that after we switched application process from Google Form to MCP server, we received less AI bloated applications, because people who actually go through the process, who apply through MCP server, they're like, yeah, I will pay attention. I will do it right way. So this is interesting.
Yes. And that's how you got the right person, right? At least they may not have gotten the answer or whatever it is, but at least you got the person that's like, they gave a crap about it and they tried to get in. So yeah, without cheating. That's awesome.
All right.
Nice.
Thanks everyone.
Right. Yep. Awesome. And Mavi, thank you very much for coming on the stream, man. I appreciate it. I know you're busy as hell. So like, I really do appreciate you taking the time. For the audience, again, we have Summit next week. Our schedule it's in flux, but we'll start putting stuff out. Typically, hopefully the Monday before the stream, but as you can see, it can be the night before, the day of. So if you have any questions that we didn't answer, which I don't see any questions that are in the queue. So if you have any questions about the stream, or if you have any questions about Red Hat or whatever, feel free to email me. I'm Jonny@redhat.com, JONNY@redhat.com. Or you can hit up Sully as well, SULLY@redhat.com. And then if any questions that we get, I'll forward over to Matt B. But yeah, join the Slack if you want to work at Orchestra. Better bring it, because they're going to test you. I think it's awesome. Cool. All right. So with that, Matt B, thanks again, man. I really do appreciate your time. And we'll see you next time.
Thanks for having me.
See ya.